What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another reaction. We got something from the dog. Noto his Dan, aka Dan. Tom Jack became a spy and climbed 86 floors to Horror Farm. Look, man, I had to subscribe to bro. He talks about the glorious Scope Jack Brewer. You know what I'm saying? He's tapped in. He's tapped in what type of content we tap in with. If you want to see more of this content, make sure y'all boys subscribe. Check the Discord link down below in the description. You'll get notified every time I post a video. It's twice daily, and you'll get notified every time I go live. Tap in. We're on a push to affiliate. The slot takeover is indeed in full effect. We still got 2 months, and I think we're gonna hit affiliate beforehand. And if we can hit partner before I go back to school, boy, y'all the goat for real. Make sure y'all boys drink some water. We're running low, bro. I just started drinking this, but it's 50 ounces. Make sure y'all boys drink y'all some water. Yeah, get y'all some sunlight. Y'all get y'all some good sleep, man. I need y'all to stay healthy, man. Y'all my community. Y'all my Nakama. You know what I'm saying? Shout out One Piece. As always, your boy Sly. Sliding on your timeline. So, you know what I'm saying? Keep you tapped in with some content. This time we sliding on your timeline about the glorious Scope Jack Brewer. As you know, Reaction on Crack. We coming back to that. You know what I'm saying? That was something I just you know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all boys make sure y'all stay healthy. And thank y'all for being here. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video.
So look though, the scene starts out with Jack out here dancing. I know he's cracking that Jody booth. If y'all haven't seen that last kick in the video, I suggest you go check it out. Jack then peeps this dude trying to sneak into Falafel Fields, which I don't know why. Falafel Fields has terrible eats. Phil using goats to help him run the business. Nah, they're gonna be mad roaches in there. And then when Jack sees this, he stops listening to his music. Then he goes to check.
Shout out Kyrie. That's one of my favorite hoopers, and he was in Kicking It. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Kyrie, bro.
He turns on the light, then he sees bro pull up from the back.
I was pop my door, really doing it quick. Back say something, got tough with that shit. Went straight to the quick when I smack on the switch. First nigga I see, I told burst off the whip. When I jump off this bitch, you'll think I'm legit. If you stand on that corner, I'ma catch me a pick. Everybody hop out, now we running the blitz. Just fuck up the street, now we smoking on slip. I'm back in this bitch, we dropped the whole clip. Just spin through the floor, and the nigga got dick. 30S with the butt, had to give me some grip. He got shine in his face, cause he thought with his dick. This shit like a movie.
And the agent instantly puts down his bag. Usually the first things dudes do is to reach in their bag, but he actually put his bag down. Then he pulls out this pen to try to shoot Jack with a tranquilizer though, but then Jack blocks it with this tray. Jack is like, bro, are you serious, my nigga? He uses the tray to block 2 of his kicks, then ducks the spinning kick, misses his backhand with the tray to the stomach, then they start fighting over the tray. Jack turns around, then kicks him in his throat. Finna be having bro's vocal cords messed up. Straight ashy ass voice like Doc Rivers.
We had guys making shots, with open shots.
Blocks both his punches, causes him to spin around and have his ass towards Jack. Then Jack punctures him with the tranquilizer dart, causing him to fall to the ground. Then these cops pull up thinking they slick. We know you just let Jack handle the work. Niggas was eating donuts, kick back, relaxing, just watching Jack handle the situation. They take bro away. That's when Jack picks up the pen, then goes to the book bag, and this shorty on the hologram pops up. She basically says how the Prince of Hakmakistan is in grave danger from Phil. Jack is like, Phil? That nigga would never hurt nothing. That shorty says he's been posing as a falafel maker that wouldn't hurt nothing. They basically saying Phil is a dangerous hitman, and he was caught buying a toxic vapor to try and slime the Prince of Hakmakistan. Then says if this vapor was to get released, everybody there will get slimed out. Then we see the reception, and the Prince of Hakmakistan is out here trying to rizz up Kim, and she's going. See the reception.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, they're not
and
slick.
The Prince of Hakmakistan is
he don't stink, bro.
out here trying to rizz up Kim, and she's going. Remember,
You can kiss her, you can hug her, you can tell her that you love her, but your bitch ain't your bitch.
Man, she's so mesmerized, she didn't even repeat what bro said. Shorty's so lost, she out here mooing. He's like, what the hell is Shorty on? Then she just runs off. Then Rudy and Phil are arguing backstage. Then he makes Rudy go out there and present him with this pilgrim ass fit. Now back to Jack, bro out here stressing because he took down the one agent that was assigned this mission to go take down the poser. Then she says the location of where the reception is being held at. But since there's too much security, Jack has to climb all the way up to the 86th floor. Yeah, Jack better than me. I would have been like, shit, that's tough. And set my ass at home and started watching TV. She says everything Jack needs will be in the bag. That's when he reaches in the bag and pulls out these pair of gloves. And that's when Metal gets attracted to the gloves. Now my boy Jack out here feeling confident till he gets to climbing. Is like, damn, why did I not just stay at home? Niggas would have been ordering DoorDashes watching Flight React. He finally gets to the 86th floor, and then he reaches his hand out and boom, the fucking glove dives. My boy he started falling to his demise, but he catches himself from falling to his death. He reaches to his side to pull out this grappling hook. He grapples up to the top of the building and then presses this button to retract the grappler, making him go up. He gets to the vent and tries to kick it in, but that joint is too strong. He jumps back in an attempt to try and break the vent, but that don't work. That's when he runs across the building, then basically does a backflip to go kicking in the vent, slide in smooth as shit. Then we see Phil out here trying to go.
Y'all think y'all slick? Hold on.
Kicking in the
that was
vent,
smooth.
Slide in smooth as
How did the grappler go through? How did the grappler go through the vent?
Basically does a backflip to go kicking in the vent.
This is tough. He is farming aura. You see the rope? You see the grappling hook? It's still there. No rope.
Shit. Then we see Phil out here trying to give a speech in the mirror, trying to make himself cry. Out here scripting his cries. This how girls be when they get caught cheating and can't take accountability for it. Then we see this Phil clone girls be when they get caught cheating.
That was Udi.
And can't take accountability for it. Then we see this Phil clone walk in the bathroom mad as shit. Then of course Phil dumbass turns around talking about something you remind me of somebody. This is why people graduate with 0.7 GPAs. They be first ballot Hall of Famers to community college. The clone takes Phil's hand and punches him in his gut, then throws him into a stall. Phil is trying to climb from above the stall but gets his head grabbed and pulled back in. Man, what the hell is the clone on? You couldn't just beat his ass without taking him into the stall? He comes out the stall after doing whatever he did to him, and then his face is peeling off and he has to fix it. That's when this nigga starts mocking Phil, same voice and everything. This shit
gotta be racist. There's no way.
Then he throws the road key away, then brings this fake one out from the paper towel dispenser. Then he injects the vapor into the key. Then we see Milton in the bathroom, and this nigga Milton, my nigga, you telling me you didn't see the key? Yo, niggas wanna turn into the blindest niggas on earth, bro, moving like a ref in the NBA. Then after Milton leaves, that's when Jack drops in from this vent, then takes off the spy suit to reveal his tux. Phil comes out the stall, then Jack instantly presses him, and then Phil tells Jack what happened. He's like, damn,
what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Then he realizes the clone is just using Phil's face to get closer to the prince so he can murk him. Jack figures it out, then leaves the bathroom. Phil then picks up the gloves, then his dumbass gets stuck to the bathroom stall. Now we're in the reception, and the key is about to be presented to the prince. Rudy spots a waiter that starts chasing after him. The eats can be that good. This dude is out here chasing him for cheese balls, mind you. That's when Phil's clone pulls up to the stage, and Jack pulls up to the reception after him. Kim gets surprised that he's here, because Jack said he wasn't coming. Then Jack goes up on the stage and hits him with a spinning back kick to kick the key out of his hand. Jack blocks his punch, grabs his other hand. Then Jack tells Kim to throw the key out the window or everybody will be murked. Then she throws it out the window, and then it blows up. Jack punches the clone, blocks his kick, but then gets his block. Leave the right, block the spinning left, and then flip him off the stage. Jack
these isn't kicking, they got different strength, bro. They able to flip grown men just from this position, able to generate enough jumps on the floor, Nick.
Jumps off the stage looking like he about to hit you with the meanest.
That's a Spider-Man.
And then punches him, kick to the side, leaves the right, gets grabbed and gets flipped, but he lands on his feet. Turns back around, then ducks a kick, blocks the right, then hooks him, then grabs him up and flips him into the table. And then everybody gets surprised because they think Jack is beating the shit out of Phil right now. Then Jack starts aura farming, buttoning up his suit, talking about some that's not Phil. The Phil clone asks, who are you? Then Jack hits him with the classic Disney line where they use their last name first. Then he reveals who this really is. And who the fuck is this?
Anybody know who that was? Because I don't.
And why is it that when every time Jack takes somebody down, that's when the cops pulls up? Kim pulls up to Jack wondering how he just did all that. And he's like, I'll just tell you later. Then the prince pulls up talking about this boy with the amazing hair and you, Kim, just saved my life. He tells Kim she should come back to his country and be his wife. People be trying to get into a relationship so fast just to break up 2 weeks later, moving like a middle school relationship in its prime. She's like, bruh, it's not gonna happen. And then she takes off the necklace and she's like, I'm not cut out for this royalty thing. And then Jack starts smiling because he knows his girl is still his girl. Kim was like, alright now, let's do it. But Jack is like, whoa, I just climbed 86 floors to try and take down this nigga. And you think I'm not gonna stay here and enjoy the moment? And then they start dancing and boom, that's where it ends. Appreciate y'all boys for watching the video, and I appreciate the love from the last video. Y'all boys ran that shit up. Hey man,
Sky High was that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, bro. 1.8K, bro. Let's help get this man like at least 5K, bro. In 2 months. He don't need our help. We gonna hit that. You know what I'm saying? He going crazy content wise. Get that boy a like. We already got the bell turned on, man. Shout out Noto is Dan. Noto. I said Noto is Dan. Noto hits Dan. It really don't matter. Shout out to dog Dan. Yeah, I don't want to call him Dan because Dan Boy Wonder. So shout out Noto. Love to see it, man. Love to see the content, and just keep pumping out what you're pumping out, bro. It's joint peak and it's prime reaction content. So from this end, I'm trying to like push your content too, low key. So shout out you, and for my viewers, man, thank y'all for watching. Make sure y'all boys keep y'all head up. Make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, stay on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? The only way is forward, man. I know what time to see me tomorrow. Peace.